investigation initiated on August 8th, 2018. Our patrol personnel responded to call of shots fired, found a vehicle with two male subjects suffering from gunshot wounds, and investigators were initiated out to start the case.
What's the latest on the case, and has there been any movement the past couple of months, years?
Over the years, we've had information come in from various places. Every tip or lead that we've received, we've run down to the best of our ability. But as far as the past probably 6 to 9 months, we have not received any recent tips or new information.
So the victims in the case, tell us about them and what you know leading up to the night that they were murdered.
Well, our two victims are Rodney Richards and Cordarius Smith. They were friends. They were actually leaving a residence that was a in-home music studio. They were just working on some music recordings together, and when they left the residence is when we believe the vehicle was ambushed.
Do y'all have any idea why this might have happened?
There are obvious theories in an investigation like this. There's a lot of information that comes in from various sources. Has to be verified. Some of that takes time. Some of it we've excluded. Some of it is still on the table. But as far as direct theories of involvement, we're not really in a position where we can discuss that in detail.
Chief Deputy Wonder, has there been any suspects in this case so far?
We have not had any suspects as of yet. We had some names that was given to us, but we came to some dead ends on that.
So if anybody has any information on this case, what specific information are you kind of looking for? Is there a vehicle maybe that someone saw, or a person description that they have seen that could maybe tip you guys off?
Yes, based on the investigation and what we know so far, we do believe that multiple subjects were involved. There would have been at least one vehicle involved on the side of the suspects. The shooting took place in a residential neighborhood. While it was late night, early morning hours, it was not uncommon for that neighborhood to be active at that time. And we do have reason to believe that people in the neighborhood may have seen things that have not been brought to our attention yet. We also have reason to believe that people in the public have information about the parties involved that have just chosen for one reason or another to not bring that information forward at this point.
I know it's hard for you guys to put out any speculation. Do you know why somebody or the community is not speaking up?
Well, that could be several reasons, but one of them we think is that retaliation may be one of the things that why the public is really not coming forward.
And what is it like working on a case like this? No new leads for a couple of months. Frustrating, but it's got to be something that you guys kind of take as a challenge and hopefully to bring justice to them and their families.
Well, it's hard on the officer for sure, because it's a case that's not been solved and the family has no closure. So we put this case up front, and every time we interview someone on different cases, we still ask about this case, hoping that we would get something, some lead to help us to solve this case.
Has the families of the victims spoken out at all? Have they reached out to y'all recently? And what is their sentiment at this point?
Well, that would be that a family always wants closure and they want somebody convicted of this crime. So you can imagine how the family feel. Those two gentlemen was a son of someone. So they definitely want this case closed. And also, we also want it closed. So you can imagine how they feel.
Yeah, for sure. If anyone has any information on this case, what number should they call? Who should they reach out to?
So I can be reached at our investigations office, Natchitoches Parish Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigations, at 318-357-7830. And there's also a Crime Stoppers line to the Natchitoches Parish Sheriff's Office. We also just recently activated an app for the Sheriff's Office, the MPSO app, and they can provide information and reach us through the app.
Thank y'all so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.